Let's Talk Oculus, a VR podcast, is proudly sponsored by the good folks at Patreon. If you want to support the show, join us on patreon.com/Let's Talk Oculus. What's up, Oculus nerds? Welcome back to Let's Talk Oculus, episode 141. I'm your host, as always. I'm Dan, and I'm joined by the injured Samson. Samson, show everyone your injury on the video screen here.
Yeah, well, there's nothing to see. It's underneath this soft cast, I guess I put on myself.
The wrist is casted. So, obviously, aside from any wrist jokes, Samson, how's your golf swing now?
Yeah, I tried one swing and my wrist told me no golf.
Oh.
So I've been out. I was able to play some Pop 1 because I could still hold my wrist this way and just grip would auto like clip my hand to the gun.
Fair enough.
So that worked out pretty well.
I guess Walkabout should still be fine, right? With ease.
In theory, if I just one-handed,
Yeah, I guess so. Also, it's just you're not moving too much. Where it's a full swing, like ultimate swing, that might be the problem. That might be your main problem. So,
that's fair.
Too much golfing, too much ultimate swing golf. But you've got quite a bit into it before you had your injury. You played a bit of ultimate.
I'm still on 51. Shoes in Discord said you made it to 61, so challenge accepted. And apparently you start playing like 9 holes of the course.
Oh, I see. So it gets a bit bigger. All right. So for everyone listening and watching, we've got a jam-packed show today. We've got a big Walkabout update that we really want to talk about. So, we've had new game modes. We've got Cherry Blossom's been remastered, and we've been fortunate enough to get it a week early and kind of get in there and play a few modes. So we have our thoughts on it, which is out as of today, as everyone's listening to this on the Thursday. Right now. Yeah, right now. Also, there's a bunch of news. There's a big update, v66. There's a bunch of other Quest updates, and there's a bunch of game updates as well to update you all on. And we have a few games out this week, and also there's a few maybe flat screen games to talk about, Samson. For a few flat screen games, but we'll save that till right at the end. But first, let's talk about Walkabout's new game modes and Cherry Blossom. Probably their biggest update yet. It's not just a course. There's more.
Certainly the biggest non-course update.
Absolutely. Probably since the practice mode, since they added the whole practice course on the left-hand side from the hut. For a while. So let's run down, and then we'll talk about them and our experiences with them. So essentially, there's 3 new game modes, technically 4 in a way. So you've now got match play mode, which for those of you who don't really know much about the golf, match play is just basically it's hole by hole. Okay, so you're going head to head per hole. So it's great for when you blow up on a hole and it doesn't really matter because you're not so far away from the other person. So we have match play. We also have race mode, which is hilariously fun, which we'll talk about later in a moment. But race mode is just race to see how quickly you can finish the course. It's you're racing against time essentially. You've got the simultaneous mode, which just allows you to continue playing whilst everyone else is playing. This is great for when you have a full 8-person in the room, and then you don't have to wait for every single shot. And then finally, there's a bit of a custom game mode where you can change the shot order. So right now, the shot order in Walkabout is just you just go sequentially to the next person regardless of where their ball is at. But then now you can change it to what real golf rules are, where it's just the furthest from pin is the one who puts first. Okay, so if you have a really good shot and you get really close to the pin, you basically have to wait till everyone gets it in the hole until you go off. So we have a few new game modes, so we'll talk about them in a moment. And then also they've remastered Cherry Blossom, and it's looking pretty nice. There's loads of more assets in the world. There's there's better lighting, there's better shadows. Looks very impressive on Quest 3. I'm not too sure what it looks like in Quest 2, but I think Dave managed to jump in there, right? And Dave's got Quest 3 now, I think. Has he?
Yeah, but or Dimples is using the Quest too.
That's true. So yeah, so we have that update, which is on the Quest 2 as well. It's not just on Quest 3 as well. So we have the new Cherry Blossom remaster, which means Tourist Traps has been remastered now. Cherry Blossom's remastered. So the next one most likely will be Seagull Stacks, which is going to be very excited. But Samson,
I think so. You think Seagull over Arizona?
I don't even want to know what comes next in the order. Is it Arizona next in the order?
Well, those were the 4 OGs.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I thought they were just going in order to what it is like in the hut and such. So I'm not sure if Seagull's after that or Arizona. I can't remember. But
yeah, I think it is Seagull.
Yeah. So, all right, Samson, let's start about the game modes. Okay. We obviously went in and had a go at them. But in general, what are you liking? What's your thoughts on? Let's start with match play. Maybe what's your thoughts on that?
That's a good one to start on. I particularly like this mode. As you mentioned, it sort of evens out the playing field. If you blow up a hole, hopefully somebody else might blow up that hole that you're playing with, and then you've all just blown up, and it doesn't really matter at all. You can't blow up every hole and still be playing against somebody. Like, you will lose eventually. But it makes it faster because you won't necessarily have everybody finish the hole. Let's say you're playing with 3 people and one person finishes within 3 shots. Everybody else gets their 3rd shot, and then it moves on if they don't hit it in then.
Yeah.
So it can quicken the pace, though it does, as Dave mentioned, it does feel like you're left hanging a little on these holes that you don't get to finish.
Yeah, you're right. It's good for when you've already played these holes before countless times and such. And like you said, to speed it up, and it's also good one-on-one. I'm not sure if it's as good when you have more people, to be honest, because a lot of you won't be able to finish the hole or get close to it and such. But I'm not too sure. But match play with maybe 2 people would be really, really fun to do, just head to head.
Could shorten those 8-player rooms.
It could do, yeah. In fact, all of these will shorten it in a way, but ish. But yeah, like I really like the match play option. I think most of the time people are going to play stroke play, just like you said, because then you'll get to play the full hole rather than having
the whole
hole. Unless you're maybe that intent makes you try and get better at the game, because if you're always not finishing the hole, that means the person's beating you you're against, so maybe that will push you to do even better in match play. But I do like the option of match play for especially the hard courses. Then if you do blow up, it's fine, which is really nice. So yeah, I'm liking match.
And you know how you might pair a wine with a pasta. Certain wines go with certain pastas.
Gone.
The match play goes well with the shooting furthest from the hole player order, if you will, because you sort of lose track of how many strokes everybody's hit. Sort of adds a little nice little twist.
I agree. I think it pairs perfectly, because then most likely you will play most of that hole, even if you're losing, because if you're further back and such, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, you're right. I mean, let's get into that one next, Samson. There's that custom mode where you can do shot turn as furthest distance. Definitely used to this more from regular golf, and I really like this, actually. I think it's definitely one of my preferred. There are like pros and cons to it for sure, but I really like this option, because if you hit a bad shot, you don't have to wait for everybody to play out the next hole, where you can just go, okay, no worries, I'll continue until I get to where everyone is, basically. What do you think about it?
I particularly like it. I'm pretty certain it might become my go-to way to play.
Yeah. I think so too, to be honest. Like I said, there is pros and cons to it as well. But
what are the cons?
Well, the cons of it, if you do hit, like if you are a really good player and you do hit a really good shot and such, you might have to wait quite a bit until you get to your shot, right? So you can't.
I kind of like that though.
Yeah,
because you hit it, then you're waiting, and then you can just chat, and you're watching everybody else.
Yeah,
do their suck, and you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
You're loving it. They're going for risky shots because they know that you're going to hit the next one in, and they gotta,
I agree with you. Like, I totally agree with you. I do prefer this as well, but I'm just some people could think that's a con. But the thing is,
there could be cons. Get your cons in the comments.
Get your cons in the comments.
Comments.
I think I said this when we were playing as well, where I would not be surprised if this was what it was always meant to be like when they first built Walkabout. Just because that's just how normal golf rules are, and I could easily, that would be just a natural way to do it. And maybe they switched it to, and maybe I should have asked them because I'm wondering, but maybe they just switched it because they just thought it felt.
I remember
better
this
as a
coming up.
Party feel. Did we talk about this?
I remember this coming up in some sort of Walkabout content I've taken in, and they said that there are certain instances where you think you should be next, or that you're closer, you're further away, where you're not technically by the numbers of it of how the bird flies further away, and they said that sort of threw some people off, I think, and it was just going by turns made it very. You knew what to expect, and always
because it is a bit clever like that, because like you said, it's not about, like, if you're, let's say we were playing Venice and there's a certain hole in Venice, I think it's hole 16, where you've got, like, you're on this upper platform, and then there's like two holes basically where you have to get it through to get to the lower platform, and the lower platform's where the actual hole is. So but the lower platform's quite big, so you could technically be further away from the hole, but be on the lower platform. But if you're technically closer, but on the upper platform, it actually will tell the upper platform person to go first, which is kind of clever to do, because they're, in a way, they are further behind because they still need to get down to the lower platform. But in terms of distance, they technically aren't. So I like what they did there. It's not just distance, right? They have put some thought into it and put some actual logic behind it for those holes. You can see that in the Seagull stacks. There's a lot of holes like that where you are in different platforms and such like that. So, even if you're close-ish to the hole, if you're on the wrong platform, then it will get you to putt first. So, pretty nice. Samson, let's talk about this race mode, which had us in stitches. So we played Cherry Blossom.
Stitches.
It had us in stitches. Do you not say that in...
I was tickle pink.
Tickle pink. Do you not say that in North America had us in stitches?
I mean, if you're a grandma...
had me in stitches. Let's just say that. It had me in stitches. So what we did Cherry Blossom because it was a new course. And essentially, like I said, with race mode, you're all shooting at the same time. You have like a 15-second timer when you start, and then you're shooting at the same time, and it's just go as quick as you can. Like, it's just unlimited shots. It doesn't matter about your stroke count. It's just as quick as you can. And you won, Samson, by I think 5 seconds or 6 seconds or something like that.
It was close.
It was very close.
You mounted an epic comeback there in the final 5 holes.
Yeah, it was very close, because the thing is you were ahead of me by like a few holes at one stage. But I think because I was like knocking him in quickly and I was mentioning it to you, you also started to sweat a little bit more. So it made you like hit the shot, try and hit it faster, and it's fun. It's not for everybody.
I was trying to coast.
There's some hard holes on Cherry Blossom, like the one that's in the tube that you either go through the bamboo or you get it in the water. Yeah. Like, that's the tough one.
Missed. I was in the water and I flew over to you to distract you a little.
Exactly.
While I waited,
because that water takes a long time, right, for the ball to get over. So.
It's not short.
What do you think about the race mode? I thought it was really fun. It's more like wacky fun more than anything.
Great fun. First thing I noticed was how quiet we were. And then once I knew I had a bit of a lead, I started talking more. Probably why it played into why I fell apart a bit. But it's kind of fun because you're trying to go as fast as you possibly can. So I'm not looking up at all, really. Yeah. I'm like seeing where I am, knowing what I'm gonna have to do to hit this before it's even appeared, and then I try and time it. And I really enjoyed it. Will it become my go-to way to play? Certainly not. No. But will I want, like, it only took 5 to 8 minutes for all of us to finish. So you can knock out a course in under 10 minutes. That's if you just want some quick walkabout. Pow, pow, pow,
Wow.
boom.
Yeah.
Do it. Race mode's pretty fun. And or if you have 8 people, because you are playing simultaneously. I prefer race mode. Here, take this for a transition. More than I like the simultaneous play.
Yeah.
Simultaneous play to me, I wanted to go as fast as I could, like in race mode, because that's felt like the point of doing it.
That might also be because we went to simultaneous mode straight after race mode, so we're in the like mode of we have to go as fast as we can, even though we didn't need to.
But in Walkabout, if you can shoot, you want to shoot,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's just how you're going to want to do simultaneous. Simultaneous to me feels like a game mode where you want to do your own type of
It's kind of like a practice mode
or something.
It feels like practice mode in a way, because you can just put. No, a good transition there was simultaneous mode. So simultaneous mode, you're just basically not waiting for anybody as you're playing. Similar to race mode, but instead of like trying to race against the clock, it's back to normal stroke play. But you're just not waiting. The only problem with this mode for me is that, and it makes a lot of sense that it's like this, is that when you finish a hole, you move on to the next hole, and then you move on to the next hole. But then sometimes, like, some people are quicker than other players, right? So I might be on the 5th hole. Let's say you're on the 2nd hole, and then I do an amazing shot on the 5th hole, but then you don't see it because, you know, you're not even on that hole, let alone, right?
You hear it, though.
You can hear it, yeah. You can hear the celebrations and such, but that kind of, to me, defeats the point a little bit of multiplayer, because it is fun to see everyone's shots and such. So the only thing I'd change with this simultaneous mode is that it's simultaneous just for the hole. Like, you can finish the hole whenever you finish the hole, but then you have to wait for everyone until they finish that hole as well to move on to the 2nd hole. Potentially. No.
We all finish for like all the holes separately. I'm pretty certain.
No. That's how it works. Yeah, but I would prefer if it was.
I see what you're saying.
No. Yeah. That's how it works right now.
Yeah, me worried there.
No. That's how it works right now. But I would prefer if it was just simultaneous per hole. But then when you finish the hole, you still have to wait. So then the whole party can still catch up to the 2nd hole, and then you go again and such, and whatnot. But I don't know if that even makes any sense when it comes to simultaneous mode, or that just defeats the point. But yeah, definitely my least favorite as well. It's a good concept, but I do just prefer racing or the match play. But I guess simultaneous for those 8 players, right?
Listen, I'm happy it's there. More options.
Yeah.
I will never be against more options.
I was completely surprised by this.
You heard it here.
I was completely surprised by this. I know people have been asking for stuff like this for ages, but I didn't think they were going to do it. I thought they were just doing courses. I didn't think they were ever going to do more game modes, but I'm excited it's here. I'm excited to see how this might alter our tournaments going forward, Dan. More on this in a second, but one quick thing with the race. I feel like the race mode would be very difficult on hard courses and on like some of the later courses that are a bit more complex.
You're going to be having to take risks that you don't want to take, I think.
Yeah, but it's just unlimited shots, right? So you just keep going. But yeah, maybe it'll be fun. I don't know. It'll be to try this in Meow Wolf or something is going to be it's going to be a bit crazy.
Taurus Trap 18. Everybody's going to be going backwards. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. On the easy one, for sure. All right, Samson, let's talk about the Cherry Blossom remaster. What did you think of it with the new assets and lighting?
Loved it. I loved it. A lot of these things, you kind of just thought they were there anyway. You imagine them there, right? So it's kind of like when old games get remastered with new graphics or whatever, and they really nail it. And you're like, yeah, this is exactly how it was in my head. Yeah. And that's how I feel with this. The lighting's incredible. I love the Zen Garden, seeing the ripples in the sands now.
The water as well.
Everything, the new water.
Yeah,
all the water. there's new little like nooks that you can kind of explore in.
Yeah, there's new areas. So they've built like an extra like hut where they have got like a bow and arrow practice in there, which you can't actually do, but it's in there. And then you've got like all these random ornaments and such that it's not just like, oh, we're just going to throw a bunch of assets onto the course. They've done that, but also they've expanded the map. The holes are the same, but they've expanded the map to add much more depth. And if you can go high up and just look down on it, it's absolutely beautiful. Like really nice, especially in hard mode.
The lighting is stunning. Yeah, night mode is very nice.
Yeah,
the sounds are very good. For example, when you hit the bamboo.
Yeah, there's added sounds as well. Yeah, you're right. I remember Tourist Trap being like a pretty significant update in terms of what it looked like, especially when you're in the caves. But because of how simple that course is, this one's even more impressive with all everything in there. And yeah, just a beautiful course. I've always liked Cherry Blossom. I think it's always been like a lot of people's I wouldn't say favorite course, but definitely up there.
Was it your favorite of the first 4?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
we need a new Walkabout list.
That was a good Christmas. We might have to do that in the holiday season. We might have to do an episode where we just rank all these. And that's going to take ages.
Sometimes it's Christmas in July, so maybe next month.
maybe on a slow news week. And we got nothing else to do. But yeah.
But I love it, Dan. Cherry Blossom.
Yeah,
excellent.
I think it's great.
I'm inclined to make one of these easy or hard, one of the courses in week 1 of season 4. You heard it here first.
Let's talk about the new Walkabout tournament that we're going to do, because we've had 3 seasons of this Walkabout tournament. It's all been very similar. The first one was epic because it was only the 3 courses. The second one introduced DLC. Third one was, I guess, more of the same in that. But the 4th season, Samson, is going to be very, very different. So do you want to tell the people what we're going to do?
I do, but before I get into season 4, just a little bit of house cleanup. What do you call it? Housekeeping. That's it. A little bit of housekeeping from season 3 of the Walkabout tournament. Just want to give a congrats to the Gilman and Dimples for each winning $15 in Quest Cash, which, if you remember, was originally supposed to be $10 each, but apparently Meta caps it. The lowest you can do is $15. So congrats to them for squeezing out an extra $10 total. Please let us know in the Discord what you end up getting with your money. So yeah, awesome. Let's get into season 4 news, though, because in honor of Walkabout adding simultaneous play, the LTO tournament will be running a simultaneous Walkabout tournament. Surely the first of its kind. Sorry for calling you Shirley, but as this game mode is just coming out, we're the first podcast, first anybody to host an LTO timed race tournament. Mm-hmm. So, season 4 will contain 2 tournaments in one, if you will. Things will continue as normal. There'll be an easy and a hard course going by stroke play. But simultaneous to this stroke play tournament, there'll be a race tournament on those same courses. Best time wins. Mm-hmm. And I'm really curious to see how fast some of these holes go.
Yeah, that's true. I think I did both Cherry Blossom and Tourist Trap, and they both got them 5 minutes for Tourist Trap, and then 5 minutes 37 for Cherry Blossom. My best time so far. So what are we going to do this week, Samson?
Dan, you know what that means? It's so fast. I think you might even take part in some of these.
Yeah, it might be. This might be my season. This might be my season.
Yeah, if you're busy out there, you got a family, you work late.
Or it's very hot outside.
Other priorities.
So it's too hot to VR. This is the one.
Exactly. This is the one because you're in and out. Boom, Walkabout.
All right.
Then just send me your scores.
What are we playing? What courses?
Dan, we're going to be doing the Cherry Blossom night mode.
Makes sense.
All right.
Get the new remaster.
You like how I led with the hard?
No, but
that's because I was a little unprepared.
Yeah, exactly.
The other one we're going to be doing, I'm going a little weird here. It's a new season.
Okay.
We're going to do Meow Wolf Easy.
Ooh. Okay. I'm curious to see the times for Meow Wolf Easy. That's gonna be really
it's going to get weird.
Okay, cool. So we got Meow Wolf Easy, and we've got Cherry Blossom Hard, which will be the 2 courses, and there'll be regular stroke play, and then if you want to just do the fastest time, put it in there as well.
But Dan, this is going to be running on our pod, I think 2 weeks in a row, because people can't start this till Thursday at the earliest. So I'm going to run this until the 23rd.
Okay, so you'll have a week and a half basically to do this one.
Exactly.
Okay, so you have time, and then you got time to obviously download the update and search and get through it. No, I think that's a good idea. So we've got a week and a half. Was it?
I'm here for the people.
Yeah, I would also say, obviously, you know, we can't check this and such, but I would love it if when it comes to the race mode, you just do it one time and just do that, just post that time. You know, obviously the best score is practice, get your best score you can, go for it. But with the race mode, try and just do it just one time. I'd be very curious to just see what your like opening times were for these courses.
Oh, and then see how you improve.
Exactly. Let's see what this opening time is. Because I've only done it with Tourist and Cherry Blossom. I did Cherry Blossom Easy, and that was 5:37. That was with you actually. You did it in like 5:29, I think, or something like that. But yeah, that's another thing that they need to do. They need to
maybe I'll send it to you.
They need to add your best time to your stats, where you can, you know, in Walkabout you can see your see your best score, but you don't see your best time. You can see if you've beaten that time when you're in there and you play it, but just on the actual in the hut, you know, you can see your best score, but you can't see your best time. So that's something that they really need to add in as well.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. But okay, fantastic.
I think I've got it here, Dan. I was 5:28:39 and you were 5:37:20.
Yeah. Okay, so 9-second difference there. That last 18th hole, I remember getting. I went the shortcut route. You went the long route, but then I messed up the ramp on Cherry Blossom, and then you beat me. So very clever for you just to go the hard route, just because it would be very straightforward in a way.
I just find that if you get it down in that one little nook, you can get it near the pin in your next hit. I think going that long way. So I feel like it's not that risky for you can potentially get the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. I think if I would have got that ramp, and made my putt, I'd probably only have beaten you by a second potentially. To be honest, it was pretty close. So, all right.
And once again, Dan, there'll be 2 Quest Cash $15 giveaways for everybody if you participate in one of these. Yeah. And last time you did talk about a visor. Just saying, I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, you know how slow I am when it comes to these giveaways.
Speaking of giveaways, can we do some more housekeeping here? Because speaking of giveaways, we finally did our Synth Riders giveaway. So I just want to say a big congrats to High Life Hero, who won the Synth Riders game, who mentioned they did not have it. So that's somebody who actually everybody entered, right? I'm so happy somebody who didn't have it actually won it. Incredible stuff. And congrats to Dimples for winning one of the DLCs, and Liana to the other. Yeah. So boom, people are getting into the 80s.
Yeah, I've sent those codes. Earlier today. So
boom, everyone's got
them. All right, back to Walkabout, because we're not done here, Samson. We're not done here.
There's more.
Now that they've, you know, we kind of know most of the courses, or a few of the courses at least, that are going to come out over the next 6 months or so. Well, at least the big IP ones. We've got these new game modes and such. So I'm curious to know what's yours and mine for the listeners. Walkabout wish list of what else you'd want. Okay. Now, I think we both got 3 things on the list. So, Samson, I'll start with you because I'm pretty sure we're probably going to be crossing over on the first one. So, what do you want first as your walkabout wish list?
So you mean you don't want me to pick my second one listed just to throw you off?
Yeah, don't do that. Just pick the first one. Just
I'll go
stick
with
to
it.
the script.
I want a place. I want a place for my balls, okay, and my clubs.
Yeah. Your balls and your clubs.
And I want more organization in some way. Either let me select a few balls that are my favorite that I put in a special spot, or organize them by course in some way. I'm not good at organizing. People can see my shelf, maybe not because it's probably cut.
It's cut.
The shelf isn't that is organized. I assure you.
Yeah.
Imagine a dirty shelf right here.
You could. Yeah. It's not that bad, to be fair. For anyone who can't see, no one can see it apart from me, but it's not that bad. I agree with you, but my only thing is that for me, I don't think the clubs is too much of a problem with the way they're laid out as much. My problem's more with the actual balls itself. I actually don't mind all of them being there, but I'd love like just a little dock where you could put 3 of your balls, just your like 3 favorite ones, so
to be fair,
always select them.
You don't have as many.
Yeah, I don't have as many balls, to be fair. No, because I can still see the instructions for the controller, where I'm pretty sure most of you now probably can't even see any text on that board. So yeah, mine's like half full.
To go with the balls and the clubs, though, I also want organization for the courses. Those they're getting a bit cumbersome to get through.
Yeah, they are technically organized though. They're in their like sections.
They are.
But do you need more?
I feel like I want a different way to select them.
You know what I would like, actually, if we were just jumping on that, maybe a second hut.
What would you like?
Maybe a second hut. Maybe one hut could have like your original courses or whatever, and then the second hut could be the ones with the like IPs or something like that. So you can have like two separate huts, just a side next to each other, but.
I want each course to have portals. Let me go into like a room. There's just portals in each course.
I feel like that. Okay.
And then I can jump through.
I feel like that might be a bit too much. I feel like that might be
might be, but then at least I'm not scrolling through Judy menus.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, they need to do something with the hut because, there's a lot of courses. There's a lot of courses, but I feel like they can still have the scroll. I mean, they can, yeah. I don't know. That's an interesting one. I'm pretty sure they've probably thought about a lot of options and such, but that's fair enough. All right.
They do have a lot of thinkers.
Samson, what's your second one?
All right, what else? My second one?
Yeah.
I'm going to hop on the revamp wagon here, all right? We've gotten Tourist Trap, we've gotten Cherry Blossom. My favorite, Seagull Stacks. I know you coming. So I'm looking forward to that. That's what I want.
The Seagull Stacks remaster is going to be hella nice. Like, hella nice. It's going to look lovely. It's going to look beautiful. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. And I'm not... I like Seagull Stacks. I just find it very difficult. But it's beautiful.
So hard.
Yeah. it's a hard course. I'm going to go a little bit...
What's your number 2?
I'm going to go a little bit more left field. I'd love like a way to do like a tournament play. And what I mean by that is that you can just choose like say 2 courses. Maybe you can do like, okay, I want to do Cherry Blossom Remastered, and I also want to do Meow Wolf. Let's take those 2. Okay, and then you're with your party of 2, party of 3, and you play all 18 for one course, and then you go to the next one and you play all 18. Your scores combine. That would be so cool. Or you could just play 9 from one course and 9 from the other course, but your scores combined. That'd be cool if you could make like a mixtape course in a way. Like obviously it's gonna be very difficult to have like hole by hole and such. Like that's gonna be very difficult. But to do like a front 9 in one course and then a back 9 in another course, that'll be cool to kind of mishmash it together. And then if the scores continue, like I'd love that option. I remember back in the day on Mario Kart Wii. You had an option where you could like pick and choose all of the courses you wanted to play. So you could do like a custom I just want to do 36 races, for example, or all of them. And then you just keep going through them all and such. And I think that would be cool if you could, you're not going to play every course, obviously, but to do 2, to mix and match them, that'll be fun, because you could have hybrid courses that way, if that's possible.
Just do the math yourself.
You could, but you could also do that with match play. You could also have race and do a stopwatch timer, but you don't really want to do that, do you?
It's not quite as much friction as those.
I guess so. So.
Moving right along to my third.
Go on.
I'm going to go with an IP I want. And, just going to throw something out there. It won't obviously be next to happen, because we know what's happening in the near future. I want Bikini Bottom.
SpongeBob.
Yeah,
fair.
I'm not even like a biggest diehard SpongeBob fan, but that just seems like a really cool place to go golfing.
Yeah, like an Atlantis kind of feel potentially. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think that would be cool. Did you get the Powerwash simulator bikini, like SpongeBob? No. Are you that into it? No. Okay, not that into it. Fair enough. But yeah, I think it'd be cool. There'll be a lot of good assets in there, and I guess they're open to it if they've partnered with Powerwash, so they're probably open to that kind of like IP share and such. So
yeah, everybody loves money.
My last one is I'd actually like new fox hunts. Like you've done fox hunts, and most of us, I mean, the diehards have done fox hunts in every single course now. It would be cool if like they didn't do it obviously with Cherry Blossom or Tourist Trap, but it'd be cool if they do a remaster like this, and there's also a second fox hunt that's been added that unlocks when you do, kind of like what's the one with the exploding kiddings? Like there's 2 fox hunts that you could do, right? That'd be cool if they add a new fox hunt into some of these courses, and you can have new clubs, or you could have like the club could be very similar to the club that you unlocked, but maybe it has something special to it. Maybe you unlock like the golden club or something like that. I don't know.
It's remastered.
Yeah. Or just something like, that it's different, but it can still be kind of similar in a way. But it'd be nice if they added more fox hunts, because like I know the balls, a lot of people have got all the balls. Obviously, I'm still searching for some of the balls and such, but with the clubs especially, like it'd be cool to do another fox hunt, I think. For these courses. I mean, there's always going to be fox hunts with new courses anyway, but it'd be cool to revisit for sure. But yeah, that's our little Walkabout wish list there. So if any Walkabout people are watching, that's what you got to add to your priority list. That's what you got to do. So
got it.
Final Walkabout mini golf thing. This is just for people who are listening or watching the podcast today. We're going to be hosting a Walkabout mini golf tournament at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Thursday of launch, which is June 14th, right? 13th. June 13th, as of today. So we'll just be in there. We'll probably play Samson's favorite simultaneous, maybe a bit of race, maybe a bit of match play. We'll see.
No, we're doing races.
Yeah, we'll do race for sure. Yeah, we'll do race.
Maybe a match play.
We'll do race and match play for sure. But if we have time, we might do a bit of simultaneous. We'll see how many people are in there.
Don't think I have time for that. I'm a little busy at simultaneous o'clock.
Right, fair enough. We'll do that last then. So there, yeah, if you're listening to this early, definitely try and join us if you can for that mode. Oh,
I think room will probably be LTO.
Yeah.
But don't go using that at other times.
No, that's our name. Quick thing, I just thought of something else that'd be cool in Walkabout Wishlist. Thinking of just Mario Kart here. Doing a ghost mode would be fun.
Ooh.
You have your ghost kind of time trial. This, the reason why I was thinking this is because we're hosting this room at 9 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, we have a lot of people in our Discord group and people who just listen to the show who are in different countries like Australia, the UK, for example, or just simply can't play at that time. It's too early.
Pretty worldwide.
Even the West Coast, right? The West Coast, that's kind of like not the best time. It's like dinner time and such. So, that'd be cool to have a ghost mode where you could just play other people's ghosts and see their shots and such from their replay. That'd be cool too.
Everybody would download Matt 916 every week.
If they want to get smoked every time. If they want to get smoked.
But then you could see the shots.
That's true. You could see the
That'd be cool because then you could save them and send them, right?
Yeah, that's
in
true.
theory.
That's true. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be really fun too. But anyway, that is everything. Samson, I've played nothing else but Walkabout this week. So what have you been playing?
Dan, Pop 1 had an update. It was called the Phoenix update.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of, the TLDR, it's a mixture of regular Pop 1 with Contractor Showdown, in that there are now boxes all around that you get what is equivalent of money and guns. Most of the guns you find around are 1 star, some are 2. And then as you accrue this money, there are some green loot boxes that are a bit more exposed that you can upgrade your guns or buy yourself other various upgrades, or a few one's like a tank. I forget what those are called, but sort of rolls almost.
Sure.
Yeah, I didn't try any of that. I did upgrade my guns to like legendary status or gold status, and came at first a couple times with Void and Red Rotor. Mostly shout out to Void and Red Rotor. And came in second once. So 2 firsts and a second. Pretty fun.
Nice.
We had a good time.
Nice. You normally play on Sundays, right? For Pop 1?
Yeah, but we normally do privates.
Okay, fair.
So I think if I'm going to be playing more of this, it'll probably be a different night and or random times.
Sure.
It wasn't... I was kind of mad about the map. I kind of wanted new, different assets. It seems like they took mostly assets from the first map and built a new one. It kind of feels like a user-generated map because of that, in my opinion. But I got to give it more. I've only given it 3 games, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
So we'll see. I do like the method of getting these loot boxes and then buying the upgraded guns, because before I felt like I never really I was never able to find good guns, mostly because my strategy of hiding until the end to I wasn't killing a lot of people to get their guns.
That's fair enough. Is it what you do? Just camp out in a little corner, just wait until there's like 5 players left, and then you're like, okay, now it's my time.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So it just brings me back to the old Call of Duty days of campers. Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, sometimes you'd have to move campsites.
Of course, yeah. I mean, look, it's a battle royale. It's the thing I admit. I don't know if Pop 1 has this now or something, but if you die, you're done, right? There's nothing else you can do.
Now you come back.
Oh, you come back.
So now during the beginning of the game, you come back. Either the timer starts and it gets longer and longer the more times you die. You can still be regened with the defibrillator. And then after a certain amount of time into the match, it's called like the Phoenix Revive or something, it goes away. And then you can only get the defibrillator.
Yeah, fair enough. Because I remember playing...
And the box does move around now, so they do try to get rid of the camping, but...
Yeah.
Honestly, my strategy I felt like still worked well for, I don't know. Voids are strategist. You just
go with the flow. Yeah, you're the team player.
I'm a foot soldier.
Yeah, you're a team player. No, the reason why I say that is because I don't play this anymore, but I used to play a bit of Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone on the PlayStation, and that had a cool feature where if you die one time, you go into the gulag. And the gulag's like the prison, right? And it's just like a one-on-one fight, and whoever wins the one-on-one fight gets revived, essentially. And it's that was so fun. It was very stressful, but so fun. And I think if you die the second time, that's it. You're done. You can't, you can't go back to the gulag. But you have that one attempt to try. I think that was such a clever idea. It may have been done before, but I don't know. But I thought it was very fun. It would get your heart pounding when you're in the gulag and you're like, oh, here we go. Here we go in a one-on-one against this person. But yeah, fair enough. All right, what else you got going on?
Well, I also got into a little bit of Walkabout. Got into my Friday Night Breachers games. Got into the Beatsaber, the number 7, the free
new
one.
OST, nice.
I played 2 of them. Wasn't that into them, but the Lindsey Sterling track, that one is absolute fire. I'll play that one a lot more, but I'm not too into the other.
Yeah, Lindsey Sterling.
I haven't played them all though.
That Synthwriters pack is still phenomenal. It's still phenomenal. It's so good.
Fantastic. Then I got into Les Mills DLC workout. Did I talk about that last week? I don't remember.
No, you just spoke about it with me
in the Discord.
Yeah.
Okay. This was a good workout. It was about 17 minutes long. I did the first one. I was sore the next day for sure. It's got a thing where you got to grab up and then you pull the thing down, and then the knee strike, and then there were elbow strikes where you got to like keep your arm in and you got to hit them kind of like that. For all the audio listeners, I just did the very perfect. If you heard of an elbow strike, just picture the perfect one.
Yep.
That's it. That's what I just did.
Yeah, very well. The knee strikes and elbow strikes are. Yeah. I don't think I've done elbow strikes before. I think that might be new part of the DLC. But the knee strikes I've done before, and they tire you out. Knee strikes definitely tire you out.
No. So these are you have to hold it for a certain amount of time, and then you strike.
Oh, I see.
It's not like
it's not just straight in.
Yeah, I think it's a new. Yeah, it's not exactly.
I see. Very well. Very good. And that's everything that you've been playing, right?
That's everything that I have been playing.
Nice.
Sure.
All right. Maybe we did like a bit of a housekeeping in the middle of this show, but we got one more very
more housekeeping.
Very quick.
The house is big and it's dirty. All right.
The house is dirty and it needs cleaning. We're gonna do a Grokit Night, another Grokit Night next Wednesday, the 19th at around 9 p.m. Eastern. Check the Discord. And there's normally 4 of us that could do it, but if there's more of us, we can obviously host it in different sessions if you want to. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, once we did 2 rooms.
Yeah, so if you've not played Grokit before, let us know. Normally, Live Open Mic can get you a key as well if you want to try it as well for free. So I'm not promising the key, but I'm pretty sure last time he did the key and the last couple of times he did the key. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to hook you up with the key and then just play some Grokit. You only play for like 15 minutes max, to be honest, but it's hilarious. It's fun.
Yeah, 15 to 30.
Yeah.
It's a good time. We usually run through each game
twice.
Once or twice.
Yeah, twice. Yeah. So if you've never played it before, it's mixed reality fun. And it's just a stupid game.
It's like WarioWare type of games, real micro games, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that will do for part 1. In part 2, we have a lot of news stories to cover, so we will see you then.
Hey, we know public lobbies in VR games can be a bit toxic, feel a bit empty at times. That's why we created the Let's Talk Oculus Discord, a friendly community that you can join for multiplayer meetups, general VR chat, the game, and chat about VR, fitness motivation, and there's even a very impressive 3D printing channel. Join over 100 of our community members in the Let's Talk Oculus Discord for free. The link is right in the description.
All right, welcome back to part 2 of the VR news, and we have 9 things on the list here. Pretty much half Quest 3 related, half games related. Like hardware related and games related. So start with the first one. We have the v66 update, which a lot of you should have by now. It came out right around the time we recorded last week's podcast, to be honest. But there's a lot of things that are in here. So to start off, the standout feature is that it significantly reduces.
Do you have
it? Do I have the update? I do have the update.
Yeah, do you have the update?
I do have the update, but I don't have this first thing, which I'm gonna
okay, sorry.
That's fine.
I never get the updates. I'm so jealous. I never get them, or I feel like I'm in the last wave every time.
That's weird. Like I did the same thing like I did with v65, where I just manually press the update button in the settings. So I don't know if you went into settings, I don't know if it's there that you can just press update. I'm not too sure.
I'll look for it
But
after.
I do have auto updates on, and it's always on charge anyway. But yeah, it didn't auto update. I just had to update it directly. But all right. So the first thing is the biggest thing is it significantly reduces distortion and warping in pass-through. So as Quest 3 owners know, you've got when you're in pass-through mode, if you move your hand really quickly or bring an object like your phone and such, there's a lot of warping that goes on, especially when it's close to your face. Further away stuff is absolutely fine normally, but that's significantly reduced. Now, this part of the update is coming gradually. To be honest, I didn't notice it. It might be there today. I haven't gone into it today or this weekend, so it may have come in over the weekend. But last week when I updated it, nothing. Did not have that at all. So that might be just coming even if you got v66. Other things that you should have on the update though is wrist mounted menu buttons instead of a pinch gesture. So right now on the Quest you can just pinch your index finger and thumb and it will bring up the menu. This sometimes never really works for me. I pinch it many times and it's a bit cumbersome. Now you can actually just tap your wrist. Yeah.
I felt like when you went to pinch, sometimes it would move where it was aiming.
Yeah. It wouldn't be perfect. I'd have to be like quite clear with the pinch. It's not as like Apple Vision Pro.
It certainly wasn't pincher perfect.
No, it was not. So the wrist mounted menu, now you just turn your wrist and just tap your wrist, and then that will bring up your menus, which is way nicer. But I think you have the option, I'm pretty sure, that you can just switch between the two. Also, now you can have background audio from a web browser or a 2D app. So if you have like the Spotify app, you can have that playing. Or if you just go on Spotify on your web browser or have YouTube playing on your web browser, it will just play in the background, which is pretty nice. Samson, I'm assuming you're happy with that one more than anything.
Yeah, I'm not one to really run two things at once because it must slow the system down, I imagine. But it is great for people who want to do two things at once. Yeah. I mostly am gaming in there, right? I'm not, or watching a movie or something like this.
Yeah, exactly. I can see this would be good.
I guess for Walkabout.
Yeah, but Walkabout's music's so nice. So nice. Why would you want to replace that with anything else? Yeah, no, you do. You miss out. Anyway, you've got...
No. I have sound effects all the way up, and sound effects in Walkabout are fantastic.
They are fantastic. You now got media controls in your docked menu as well. So if you do have audio, you can control them just through there. My favorite thing is now you can now hide apps in your library, which has finally come. So you know how I've especially us, we download a lot of apps maybe just for the podcast or just for a guest that's coming on or such, and maybe I won't play that game again, or maybe I'm done with the game or something, but it's still there even if you delete it. But now you can at least hide it, so you can keep them hidden.
It's great for demos.
Yeah, great for demos, great for trials as well, which is kind of the same thing. And then, like I said, great for the games that you didn't really like or didn't really play at all or just finished. You can just hide them, which is very handy. Just keeps it. Still no folders, but it's the next best thing. And then finally, you've now got sleep. I guess this now should work. You've now got sleep mode, which allows you to download updates but not drain battery. So normally, if you would put it on sleep mode, the battery would drain, but you should be able to download updates. I always have mine charged on sleep mode, so it should download the updates. Obviously didn't this time again, but now it should with this new sleep mode. Kind of works like with a PlayStation or an Xbox or something. You can have standby mode on instead of fully turning it off, so your updates come in. There we go. There's your v66 update. Sam, any thoughts on that, Sam? So I know you haven't got it yet, but anything that you're really excited about there?
They're all positive updates.
The distortion one's a big one, especially for Vermilion or something, right?
Yeah, but that's true. For mixed reality apps, that is pretty big.
Yeah,
that is pretty big.
When you're playing Cubism, when you're on your flight next time, it's going to be just a bit nicer.
It's between that and the Hide apps. I don't know which one's bigger.
I think the Hide apps. I'm so buzzing for that one. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right, more hardware news. It looks like the Quest 3S, the light version, shall we just say, was spotted in the background of Boz's video. So Andrew Bosworth, the CTO of Meta, he was showing the new update, the new pass-through update for v66, and it looked like the Quest 3S was spotted in the background. Like, it didn't look like any of the other headsets that have been out, and it was white, and it was significantly thicker than the Quest 3 as well. And Upload VR pretty much thinks it's the Quest 3S. It fits the descriptions that we have and fits the like renders that we have. So yeah, just hiding out in the background. Little Easter egg. I know some people like to do that. Like, I remember Phil Spencer from Xbox. He used to have like the new Xbox in the background and such, and no one will have a clue that it is there, but until after the fact and once it's been revealed and such. So kind of fun to have that. When are they going to announce it though? I don't know. Probably in the Connect, because there's still no gaming showcase, you know.
Yep.
But that's in the back. Moving on. That's just like a mini story. You can now access your Quest recordings in your web browser. So there is meta.com/gallery/quest is the website. But essentially, if you have the cloud syncing enabled for your apps, for your media that goes into your phone, you can now just see them on your computer, and download them directly on your computer, which is nice. It kind of removes a step. If you do need to download them onto your computer, you just do them directly through the website rather than having to do it on your phone and then uploading it to, and vice versa. Do you use a gallery much? Like, do you take clips and such just for yourself and such? Yeah.
Clips, not so much. A lot of pictures, like at the end of the Pop 1 games or at the end of Walkabout. But oddly enough, the link from the upload article isn't working for me. The meta.com/gallery.
Oh, interesting.
It's saying this page isn't available. So
maybe it's not. Maybe it's not available yet. Maybe it's not. It should be. Yeah, upload says it's now, but maybe not.
That's what I mean. I clicked on it from there.
Maybe not. Okay.
Yeah, moving right along.
Moving right along. Samson, you into Netflix? Do you have a subscription? Do you like watching movies?
I do not have a subscription, but I do have access to a subscription.
I mean, don't we all? Well, now the Quest web.
But I don't really watch it.
No, fair enough. The Quest web browser is now getting Netflix support, so you can now watch Netflix in your web browser at 720p, which is not that great, but it's better than the 480p, which is the actual Netflix app itself.
And now you can watch with somebody in theory, right? Because you can use the browser in a shared.
Yeah, technically. Yeah, you could watch with someone in there with just one subscription rather than having to need 2 separate subscriptions. So there you go. There you go. Way around it. But 720p. So it's going to look better, but it's still not what that.
Just make the screen small.
Yeah, just make the screen. Just make it the size of your phone, and then you can watch it with everybody.
Yeah.
It's a shame, this one, because you see a lot of cool things with the Apple Vision Pro in terms of what they're doing with Disney and that partnership of having that immersive video and that 4K Dolby Atmos content and such. But Netflix, it seems like Netflix doesn't like to play nice with any company, to be honest. They just like to do their own thing, and they, I guess they partner with Sony on the PlayStation, but that's just because it's on the TV.
Imagine if Meta teamed up and paid for a show that was built for VR with Netflix's, and it was on Netflix in VR. It was their whole joint venture.
Well, that's what Disney is, right?
Yeah.
With Apple Vision Pro.
Imagine if instead of whatever the Stranger Things game we got like a Stranger Things interactive, like 15-minute experience type of deal.
Yeah, that was like a live action kind of thing. Yeah, that would have been better use of money.
I don't know. I don't like it. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, so that's your Quest kind of hardware, software kind of news. Moving on to the game updates. This is one for our North American listeners and viewers. Supernatural has finally added mixed reality support which is pretty big. We've been waiting for that for a long time, and it also has a new Disney Hits challenge with a bunch of Lion King songs that you can work out to, which I'm pretty sure is free. They don't really do DLC when it comes to. They don't do any DLC really. Everything's pretty much free in there. It's just your subscription base, right?
Yeah, nothing is free when you're paying for it.
Well, I
with
guess
a subscription.
Yeah, it's your $10 a month and such. So, you can now got mixed reality. I haven't tried this yet. I don't really have Supernatural anymore. But
we're still waiting for the Supernatural sponsorship. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. But the cool thing is that this looks like with the trainer, your trainer actually comes into your living room when you do your workouts and such, or you do your warm-ups and such.
Get out of here.
Actually in your living room, where like in Les Mills and such, it's still in that kind of VR window kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool to see. I really want to try it. I might have to just jump in for a month and just try it. And for those of you who are not in North America and you really want to try Supernatural, if you download ExpressVPN or one of the VPN apps for the Quest, you'll have to...
Not sponsored, but we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it, that one too. But if you download one of those from SideQuest, I've got ExpressVPN. When I went back to the UK at Christmas time, I tried it and it worked absolutely fine. So you could do that if you wanted to have access to Supernatural. But we wouldn't get sponsored if we recommended that, to be honest. But it's now been said. Are you going to try this? Are you going to jump in just to try it and such, or nah?
The VPN service?
No, the Supernatural, not the VPN.
No, I'm not going to do it.
You know, like the Disney songs, you know, like the Lion King songs?
I do, but I don't. Listen, I can be reckless with money here and there, but I know I'm not going to use Supernatural more than once if I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm paying for it.
Yeah, fair enough. $10, $10.
If it was supplied for me, I might actually hop in more. I don't know. I'm just gonna play Synth Riders.
Yeah, that's what I've been like.
I would hop in the updates, but the updates not gonna. That's what they want. They want me to get them in with the subscription with the update.
Yeah,
not gonna do it.
After you got suckered into paying a year just for the mat, the workout mat.
The mat's great.
I feel like they can get you.
That mat. I love that.
Wait till they come out with V2 of that mat in this Black Friday or something, and you'll be like, "Oh, okay."
I mean,
I could use a second mat. I
did use it here and there, but
yeah, fair enough.
You
weren't a massive fan. Yeah, you prefer just playing the games, which is fair enough. Moving on to something that's very exciting. You've got Hitman 3 VR Reloaded is coming out on Quest 3 this summer. We don't even need to wait to the fall like every other game right now. This summer, this game came out on PlayStation VR 1, I believe, originally, and then it came out on PC VR, I think, a year later. Never did it come to PS? No, I don't think it's ever come to PSVR 2 actually. No, I don't think it has. So now it's going to be exclusive on Quest 3, and it's done by XR Games.
It's Metabucks.
Yeah, it's done by XR Games. I believe they're out in Leeds, in the UK, and they made Zombieland, which is the last game that they did. There's going to be some few updates. So if you have played this game on PC or on the PlayStation VR 1, Quest 3 is going to have dual wielding support for the first time. There's going to be a new art style. I don't know exactly what that means. We haven't seen a gameplay for it yet. There's going to be new interactivity, a new UI, and there'll be a bunch of new movement options. Samson is showing that he's pre-ordered it on the phone there. And like I said, it's out this summer. Samson, did you play this on PC VR at all?
No,
not at all.
No. But I was a very big Hitman fan for a time back in the day.
Yeah.
Hitman 2, Blood Money.
Yeah.
Those two in particular.
I enjoy. I don't know if I played Hitman 3, but there was like an episodic series, like episode 1 or something like that on PlayStation 4 that I played. That was really fun. Really, really freaking good. They were like more mini series and such. Yeah,
I'm excited.
I'm excited for this one. This is on the list, unless it's obviously comes out bad. But I'm pretty sure XR Games are going to do a good job with it. To be honest, they're normally decent with their games, and I really like Zombieland. Albeit this is going to be a completely different game.
Dan,
yeah, gone.
We're gonna have to watch the Hitman movie in big screen for this one.
Oh, I'll be down for. I've never seen it. I've never watched it before.
What?
I've never.
It is so terribly good.
Hitman. I'm gonna Google it right now as well. Let's see what the rotten.
I saw that movie in theaters.
Oh, okay, right. There's another movie called Hitman, which I don't think is the correct Hitman movie, and that got 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That can't be it.
That just came out now. No, it came out last year. Yeah, it's called Hit Space Man. Hitman movie. Let's just figure out the game here. Oh, is it called Codename 47? Is that the one? No, that's the game. Samson, you find it for me. What is this Hitman movie?
Okay. What do you want to know about it?
I just want to know what the reviews, what's like the critical...
Oh, critical reviews. Okay. It grossed $101 million against a $24 million budget. So it did okay there in the what they like to call the box office.
That's fair.
And let's see, release critical response, Rotten Tomatoes. It holds a whopping 16% based on 106 reviews, with an average rating of 3.9 out of 10.
Let's go. All right,
The website's critics' consensus reads, Hitman features the unfortunate combination of excessive violence, incoherent plot, and inane dialogue.
Nice.
So it's going to be a fun night.
I need to get my big screen working for that because it's not been working, but I'll try my best to get this working. And yes, I need to watch this movie. That'll be fun. Yeah, we'll do it once we figure out when this release is going to... I feel like, because they said summer, and we are now in summer pretty much, right? I don't know if it's official, but getting close.
Summer's about to be starting.
Yeah, I think this will be more of a shadow drop, like it'll be out next week kind of thing. Not like
here's
not
the thing,
literally
Dan.
Next week, but
summer. The Connect might even technically be in summer. It usually ends
summer's
September.
like September 23rd or something like that. It ends.
So
you're right.
This could be as late as August, September.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. But I think it'll be a shadow drop no matter what. But the thing is, like, this. Well, okay, hold on. I've got a thought, but we'll come back to that.
It would only be right for Agent 47 to come out of the shadows. You're right.
Yeah, that's right. All right, moving on very quickly here. We've got Beatsaber celebrates 6 years with their OST 7, which is already out. That's absolutely free. For those of you who are wondering about it, you've got the songs. You've got 5 songs. You've got Fool, Damage, Camellia, Luster, Terminite and Boom Kitty, The Master, Lindsay Sterling, Untamed, which is the one that Samson really likes.
That's one.
And Nitro Fun World Wide Web. So I've not heard of any of those songs, to be honest, but I know Lindsay Sterling. So yeah, I should try it out. It's free, so why not? I should try it out.
Get in there.
For sure. No, so we move on to the next news story, and Ubisoft have just announced, actually, whilst we're recording, that Just Dance VR is going to get a Quest release in October. October 15th to be exact, and there's going to be 25 songs at launch, and there's also going to be some extra features, like there'll be a social hub that you can hang out, and you can have like an apartment, and you can have mini games, like a black basketball game, for example, is going to happen in there. I don't know, it seems like it's not just dancing is what I'm trying to say. It's not just dancing. Samson, your face is...
You mean it's not going to live up to the title?
It's not just dance. No. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's not just dance. It's so much more.
They're already lying.
I think this is the game that was meant to be exclusive for the Pico and then didn't. Yeah, it didn't actually happen. So it looks like Quest Meta got the rights to it, and I think this is going to be big because Just Dance, it's not a game that I've played, but it's always massive. Does really good sales on Switch and all these different platforms. So I feel like a lot of people who have these systems are going to be hyped for it. Have you ever played it? Are you interested in this? You do like your rhythm games.
Yeah. I know.
That's it.
No. It depends on the price, Dan. It depends on the price. If
I think this will be $30.
certainly if we get devs on and this game is keyed to us, like I'll play it for sure.
This game won't be keyed to us. It's too big.
That's what she said. But I think this game could be $25 to $30, and I don't think I'm going to spend. I don't think I'm going to do that.
I think this will be $30 for sure. But what I was gonna mention with the Hitman, but like you've got Just Dance VR coming out October 15th. Hitman's coming out sometime this summer. You got Batman. Which you had the story trailer the other day. The gameplay trailer's out on Gamescom, just FYI, which I think is in August. I could be wrong, but it's around that time. You've got Alien, Rogue Ascension, and you have Behemoth as well. So you have I think I just named 6 games right there, 5 or 6 games there. That's some pretty big games. Surely you could have had a gaming showcase with all of those games showcasing off a little bit of gameplay potentially.
Upload should be soon.
Yeah, but I don't know if there'll be an upload.
But they do indies.
They normally do indies, so.
Oh, there will be.
But I don't know if these games would be. These are proper big franchises, right?
Yeah,
so, it's you were gonna hear some stuff from Gamescom for Batman, for example, but it's a bit weird how the gaming showcase once again still hasn't happened. If they're going to happen, because that's at least you could have at least done a 20-25 minute show with those games alone, and then obviously with the Beatsaber update or such in there. So, a little weird.
Damn,
a little weird.
My question is, where's Beatsaber mixed reality?
Well, I mean,
because another that Japanese rhythm game with the drums that came out, that has mixed reality. Synth Riders has mixed reality.
Supernatural has it now.
Drum, Supernatural, Smash Drums. All these games have mixed reality. Are rhythm games. Where are you? Where are you, Meta? Where are you, Beat Saber? Come on.
Maybe they will announce it when the Quest S3S comes out as a big feature. I don't know. Maybe they're waiting for that. I'm not sure. But anywho, let's move on to our last news story. Samson, the game you do like, and I didn't like, but Powerwash Simulator VR meets Alice in Wonderland.
I haven't played much, Dan.
No? Okay, fair enough.
No.
Alice in Wonderland is the next DLC. There's going to be 5 new maps. So you've got the Wonderland Entrance Hall, White Rabbit's House, Caterpillar's Mushroom, Mad Tea Party, and Queen of the Heart's Core. And that will be out this summer again for $8. So they're pumping out the DLCs after they've just had Back to the Future and SpongeBob.
Are all these DLCs in the flat game already?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I know Back to the Future definitely was.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if these. I was wondering that if they're making these just for the VR. I know that takes work to do.
I don't think so.
Just for VR, but
I'd be surprised.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if they've got the license. Why not have it in both games? Right.
Facts.
It won't make sense.
So the game must be doing well.
Yeah, it won't make sense to them getting big IPs makes sense because they're on flat screen, so their sales will be quite high and such. But
I bet that they were waiting to do the DLCs to see how well it sold. Then the DLC that they made sold well enough to do the next one, and they're just going to keep doing that.
Yeah, they're pumping them out quickly though.
It's good to hear.
Very impressive. But yeah, for the Power Simulator fans, there you got another DLC. See, it's right around the corner. I must admit, I have never seen Alice in Wonderland. Just want to so I have no idea.
None of them?
Never. None. I didn't even know there was more than one. I've actually never seen it. No. I know Alice in Chains. I know their discography, but I think that's quite different to Alice in Wonderland's.
How do you miss a whole fairy tale though?
Yeah, completely. I did not. Yeah, my childhood was not bad, but Alice in Wonderland was not in it.
It's a book too.
So as a kid, I never got many children books. To be honest, we didn't have that much money. We just had VHSs of the old Disney movies, but Alice in Wonderland was not in that VHS box. So yeah, I just never watched it. I didn't even see the one with Johnny Depp. Is he in Johnny Depp's? And
yeah.
I didn't see that one either. But yes, I know Alice in Chains, and I know Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit song. It's a great song. But yeah. Anyway. I mean, that's it. Actually, that's all our news. That'll do for part 2. Part 3, we have a few games to talk about and some flat screen games as well. So we'll see you then. Let's Talk Oculus is available on all good podcast platforms and some rubbish ones as well. If you want to see the video version, it's available on YouTube and Spotify. And also, if you love us so much, then consider throwing us $1 at patreon.com/Let's Talk Oculus. Back to the show. All right, welcome back to part 3, the games out this week and anything else. Samson, kick us off. We have 3 games to talk about.
3 times the games. Taskmaster VR. Submit to the judgment of the Taskmaster in glorious VR. The hit TV show comes to VR, and you are the contestant. Endeavor to complete a menagerie of weird and wonderful tasks and get creative in how you solve them. The goal of Taskmaster VR is simple. Complete tasks and impress the Taskmaster. Sound easy? Well, it never is. These tasks are taxing, and the Taskmaster is not known for being lenient. Dan, are you a fan of Taskmaster?
I've actually never watched it. I know it's a British
oh my gosh
thing. I mean, I think it came out when I've already moved to Vancouver, so
you can watch them for free on YouTube.
Oh, I can. Have you watched
I watched a lot of them, not all of them certainly, but like seasons of them are on YouTube, and you can just crush them.
Is it good? Is it
because
fun?
They're good background stuff. Yeah. It's decent.
With that being said,
it's a good laugh.
This game looks
if
really
you're into
fun.
British humor.
Yeah, I am into British humor. You know, I grew up on that and such. This game's kind of expensive.
I question this game.
It's kind of expensive.
How much is it?
It's $30. It'll be $30 US, I think. Obviously Canadian it's $35, so I'm assuming it's $30 US. So it's expensive, not really in these day and ages, but and it's an IP and such. But I feel like it will be funny. This game looks fun. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a fun multiplayer game.
I'm interested in how creative you can necessarily get. Because you really, in this show, they think everybody tackles these things so differently.
Hold up. This is not a multiplayer game. It's only single player, which is real shame, actually. Real shame. But it looks fun. It does look really fun. I'm interested. I might watch some Taskmaster after this.
You try it out.
I'll try it out. And
definitely watch the show.
Next game, Black Forge, a smithing adventure. Black Forge, a smithing adventure is the ultimate VR weapon smithing simulator. Become a legendary blacksmith, crafting mighty blades and impeccable tools as you hone your trade in a mystical forge. Hone your craft and fulfill the requests of townspeople in a full campaign. Study the mythical techniques of the elders, forge metal, shape wood, and channel the power of your something into the ancient hammer to create epic weapons worthy of the bravest heroes. Black Forge.
Always be careful when you're shaping wood.
Yeah, why is that?
Might hurt your wrist.
Right. That's what happened with you. You hurt your wrist doing that. So this is kind of a simulation game in a way with what you're doing. And I think it's only $20 on Quest. I think you can get it on App Lab, or at least you can get it on Side Quest right now, but you might as well wait till the full release and such. But Samson, this take your fancy at all? You know, you're into forging swords and weapons?
No. It sounds cool. And I'm happy that they have this for the people that are into smithing. I was never into smithing.
Being a blacksmith, yeah, fair enough. I don't think I'm into this one either, but it is out this week. Samson, what's the last game we have?
Yeah. Neon Squad Tactics. Welcome to Ultra City, where the neon lit streets pulse with the rhythm of cybernetic life. In Neon Squad tactics, immerse yourself in the heart of a cyberpunk metropolis as one of the elite operators, capable of projecting your consciousness into a team of skilled heroes known as the Neon Squad. Gather your friends or online allies and navigate the vibrant, wacky world from the comfort of a virtual bar. A captivating, holographic table serves as your interface to key locations in the city and beyond. You'll undertake daring missions on behalf of the powerful corporations, all under the guidance of an enigmatic handler. Forge alliances, outsmart your enemies, and rise to the top of the cybernetic food chain. Are you ready to become a legend in the neon-lit world of the Neon Squad?
I don't think so. I don't. This is a co-op game, which is pretty cool about that, and it's like, it's nothing like Demio, but it's a tabletop game and such. But I still, even watching the trailer, I still don't really know exactly how the game works, and such. But it might be one of those games that you just got to play it to kind of get what this is.
Figure it out.
Yeah, and figure it out. Would this be a game you like your tabletop games? Would this be a game for you?
It looks neat. I don't know that it's for me though. I have a hard enough time getting into Demio and Demio battles.
That's true.
The game does look neat. I like the style of this type of game.
Yeah, fair enough.
I do.
The music's probably going to be cool with the neon cyberpunk kind of feel. But yeah, not for me. So there are your 3 games that are out this week. You can pick them up as of today. And before we round off the show, Samson, I wanted to just quickly touch on the flat screen game world, because there's been a few press conferences this week. We've had the Xbox Gaming Showcase, whatever it's called. That was on Sunday. I don't know if you caught that. Did you watch any of that and such? Because there was a lot of...
No.
So if you should be interested in this one. They're doing a Gears of...
I saw Flight Sim.
They're doing a Gears of War.
Oh yeah.
E-Day, which is going to be a prequel,
yeah.
with Marcus Phoenix and Dom, and that's... I'm not sure if that's going to be available on PC, but most of their games are. So I think this one might actually be available on PC. So you might not need an Xbox for it. As long as you got Game Pass, it'll be on there. No release date on that, but that'll be really interesting. But I'm not really an Xbox guy. I did, but back in the day, obviously 360 time was wicked. But this has been this conference. If you're into flat screen games, the Xbox showcase was absolutely wicked. There was so many great games on there. Not a lot that I would probably be into as much, but like just you got stuff like Fable. Indiana Jones game looks really cool in there as well. You've got Metal Gear Solid. Like, there's a lot of fun games in there. A lot of first-person games that you kind of like. The Indiana Jones one is first-person. So you're like, every time I see a first-person game like that, if that's not a shooter, I'm like, why don't you just have this as a VR title? But because it just looks made for it.
It might be if it's in Unreal, you know?
Yeah.
UEVR.
Yeah. And then you had Ubisoft as well, had their conference. Obviously, you talked about Just Dance. But they have 2 major games. They have Star Wars Outlaws, which comes out in August, and also Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is out in November, and it's based on samurai. Basically, it's in Japan as well. Both games look absolutely amazing, and with the Star Wars one, you'll be on like a planet like Tatooine or something. Then you can jump in your spaceship, and then you're in space, and you're just flying in space, and then you can go into hyperdrive or whatnot.
Sounds like No
light
Man's
speed.
Sky.
Yeah, it's kind of cut from the same cloth of like No Man's Sky, but then it's actually in the Star Wars universe with the actual proper worlds from the actual movies and such. It looks fantastic. It looks really, really good, and I'm actually really super excited for that, because that comes out in end of August as well, so not too far away.
Yeah, it's gonna be like $70. So
it'll be like these are not VR games here. These will be this will be like $80, but are $70, but at the same time with Ubisoft games, they normally come down in price very quickly. So like if you waited till Black Friday, I'm sure you could pick it up for like 40% off, 35% off. Like that happens all the time. So I'm going to try and hold off, but I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes I just jump in. But yeah, that just looked really cool. I just wanted to point those out because that's been happening. We also have the Apple conference this week, but not much to report on that. The Apple Vision Pro is going to be sold in Canada now, and it's going to be $5,000 in Canada. And that's a lot of Canadian change. No, not at all. I think I would. My partner will break up with me immediately for one, because I spent $5,000 on a VR headset that doesn't really do too much right now. And it's just for myself.
It does it all.
So yeah, it does it all. It's done it all. No, I'd be more interested when the second generation comes out, but even then, like, that's just a lot of chunk of change. I'm happy with the Quest. But yeah, that's everything. Samson, anything else from you? Anything else to round us off here?
Yeah, I'll round us off, all right. Because later today, you'll enjoy a relaxing moment.
Nice. I mean, Samson, you've only got probably 2 hours left of the day, but either way, you'll probably be relaxed
it's over
after we finish this podcast. So excellent. Thanks everyone for watching, and thanks everyone listening. Remember, if you're still listening and watching, we'll be in Walkabout later today into the new game modes, and come and join us for Grokit Night the week after as well. And then join the Discord if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure if you're listening up to this point, you are in the Discord. Even if you don't have a clue what Discord is, I didn't have a clue until Samson set this one up. Just jump in. We'll walk you through. It's just basically forums in a way. It's pretty straightforward. So yeah, just join us in Discord. And then yeah, that's everything. We'll see you next week for another regular episode of Let's Talk Oculus. So see you then.